from deep in my soul.
Hey everyone, it's Junior here. Can you believe it's already June? Feels like just yesterday you were freaking out over finals. And now look, graduation is here. If you're graduating high school in 2024, this one's for you. The truth is, I'm freaking out for you. Whether you're getting ready for college, work, the family business, or military service, there are so many things to juggle. Today, I'm sharing my top 10 time management tips to help you balance your life and boost your productivity. Let's get to it. Okay, first things first. If you don't have a calendar by now, that's where we should start. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, but you need a central place to dump all your important dates, deadlines, and other important information, like the Black Coffee Club, live hosted by Junior the Truth, weekdays at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But seriously, put everything on there. Classes, study sessions, work shifts, even that random dentist appointment your mom keeps reminding you about. I personally love using the Simple Truth Minute Manual, personal organizer. The link is in the description of this video. It covers my entire day, 24/7, so there are no excuses for forgetting things. Plus, you can set reminders and even share your calendar via your cell phone with others, which is super helpful for coordinating group projects, meetings, or study sessions. Other physical planners will work too. I used to be obsessed with those professional ones with stickers and stuff, but let's be real, I lost them after like a week. The point is, find what works for you and actually use it. Trust me, having everything organized in one place will make your life so much easier. And who knows, maybe you'll even have time for a spontaneous target run. Okay, so you have your calendar all set up. Let's go. Now, let's talk about prioritizing tasks. Because let's be real, we can't do everything at once. Truth is, we try to, but it usually ends in a chaotic mess of half-finished projects and a whole lot of stress. That's for the birds. So, how do we prioritize like a boss? One method I actually use sometimes is the ABC technique. Basically, you assign each task a letter based on its urgency and importance. A tasks are the most critical, like finishing that essay due tomorrow or the chores that you forgot to finish last night. B tasks are important, but can wait a bit, like organizing your desk or finally unpacking those boxes from a year ago. And then there are the C tasks, which are basically the meh, I'll get to it eventually tasks. The key is to focus on the A tasks first and then work your way down the list. Of course, life happens, and sometimes you have to be flexible, but having a clear understanding of your priorities will help you stay on track and avoid those last-minute meltdowns. Okay, let's talk about those big, scary tasks that make you want to crawl back into bed and hide under the covers. We all have them. Those projects or assignments that seem so overwhelming, you don't even know where to start. My advice? Break it down, baby. I need you to take that massive task and divide it into smaller, more manageable chunks. For example, let's say you have to write a 10-page research paper. You will come to hate those. Instead of freaking out about writing the entire thing at once, break it down into smaller steps. Start with research, then create an outline, then write a certain number of pages each day. See? Way less intimidating. Breaking down large tasks not only makes them seem less daunting, but also gives you a sense of accomplishment as you check off each mini goal. You'll be giving yourself little pats on the back along the way, which, honestly speaking, we all need them sometimes. Okay? I know we all want to be those people who wake up at 5 a.m., meditate for an hour, run 5 miles before breakfast, and then conquer the world all before noon. But that's not realistic for most of us, especially when you're juggling school, work, family, friends, and trying to maintain some semblance of a social life. Instead of setting yourself up for failure with unrealistic goals, start small and gradually work your way up. If you're used to sleeping in until noon, maybe try setting your alarm for 10 a.m. instead of 7 a.m. Baby steps, y'all, baby steps. The key is to set achievable goals that align with your priorities and are challenging yet attainable. Remember, it's all about finding a balance that works for you. Don't be afraid to adjust your goals as needed. And most importantly, don't beat yourself up if you don't achieve everything perfectly. Life is unpredictable, and sometimes you just gotta go with the flow. Let's get real for a minute. We live in a world of distractions, social media, Netflix, that group chat that just won't quit. They're all competing for our attention 24/7. And honestly speaking, sometimes it's just so tempting to give in and scroll through TikTok for hours on end. But if we want to be productive and actually get things done, we need to learn how to minimize those distractions. One thing that's really helped me is putting my phone on Do Not Disturb mode while I'm working or studying. It's amazing how much more you can get done when you're not constantly interrupted by notifications. I also try to keep my workspace as clutter-free as possible because, let's be honest, a messy space leads to a messy mind. And if you're really struggling with those tempting websites, you know the ones. There are tons of apps out there that can temporarily block them for you. It's like giving yourself a little digital detox. And trust me, your productivity will thank you. Okay, I know what you're thinking. To-do lists? How boring. But trust me on this one. There's something so satisfying about writing down everything you need to do and then physically crossing it off as you go. It's like a little victory dance for your brain. Plus, to-do lists help you stay organized and prevent you from forgetting important tasks. I'm going to be real. Our brains are like sieves sometimes, especially when we're stressed or overwhelmed. I like to create a to-do list at the beginning of each day, or sometimes even the night before, so I can wake up with a clear plan of action. And don't be afraid to get creative with your lists. Use different colors, add stickers, draw little doodles. Whatever makes it fun and motivating for you. Remember, this is your to-do list, so make it your own. Okay, so maybe you've heard of this one before, but it's worth repeating because it actually works. The Pomodoro technique is a time management method where you work in focused bursts of 25 minutes, followed by a 5-minute break. And before you ask, yes, you can spend your break scrolling through TikTok. You've earned it. This method is amazing for improving focus and preventing burnout. It's like giving your brain a little breather every 25 minutes so it can come back refreshed and ready to tackle the next task. Plus, knowing you only have to focus for 25 minutes can make those daunting tasks seem a lot less intimidating. You can use a timer on your phone, a kitchen timer, or even one of those fancy Pomodoro apps. Whatever works for you. The important thing is to stick to the intervals and give yourself those much-needed breaks. I get it. Planning ahead can seem like a chore, especially when you'd rather be doing, well, anything else. But trust me on this one. The future you will thank you. Taking some time at the beginning of each week to plan out your schedule can save you so much stress and headache later on. I like to sit down on Sunday evenings and map out my week ahead, including meetings, appointments, bookings, and any social events I have going on. This way, I can visualize my week and make sure I'm not overcommitting myself too much. Plus, it helps me identify any potential conflicts or time crunches in advance so I can adjust my schedule accordingly. And remember, your weekly plan doesn't have to be set in stone. Life happens, things pop up, and sometimes you just need to throw the plan out the window and have a spontaneous day party in your pajamas. That's okay. The important thing is to have a general roadmap to keep you on track, okay? So we've talked a lot about productivity and getting things done, but it's also super important to prioritize self-care and make time for things you enjoy. Because what's the point of having all this free time if you're too burnt out to enjoy it? Make sure you're incorporating regular breaks throughout your day. Step away from your computer, go for a walk, call a friend, or just take a few minutes to breathe and clear your head. And don't forget to schedule in time for activities you love, whether it's reading, watching your favorite shows, or trying out that new coffee shop everyone's been raving about. Remember, balance is key. It's all about finding that sweet spot between productivity and relaxation, and it might take some trial and error to figure out what works best for you. Okay, I know this one seems obvious, but you'd be surprised how many people sacrifice sleep in the name of productivity. But trust me, pulling all-nighters is not the answer. In fact, it's more likely to make you feel sluggish, groggy, and way less productive in the long run. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep each night. It might seem impossible, especially with everything you have going on, but it's so important for your physical and mental health. Plus, when you're well rested, you're able to focus better, retain information more easily, and generally just function at a higher level. So do yourself a favor and make sleep a priority. Your mind and body will thank you. And who knows, you might even wake up feeling like a brand new person ready to conquer the day. And there you have it, my top 10 time management tips for all you soon-to-be gown-ups. I know it's a lot to take in, but remember, you don't have to implement everything at once. Start with 1 or 2 tips that resonate with you and gradually incorporate others as you go. Try out these tips and see how they transform your daily routine. You might be surprised how much more you can accomplish when you're organized, focused, and taking care of yourself. Good luck with graduation and everything that comes next. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more tips. You are invited to come join us at the Simple Truth Network over at www.thesimpletruth.network. See you next time.
One, two, I've hustled harder than most. I'm a beast on these streets, got a revolver I tote. For these niggas trying to take me off the block where I post. Up dailies, sip Baileys out the bottle and smoke.